So quite a lot of people have had concussions, think nothing of it, but then they end up with headaches and migraines and they're not really sure about the connection between them. So if you've ever had a concussion and you're not sure if it's related to your headaches and migraines, or you've got a sneaking suspicion that it might be related to your headaches and migraines, then this is definitely the video for you. Hi, I'm Dr. Beth, osteopath here at Melbourne Headache Solutions. Sorry I missed you guys last week. I was busy training one of our latest additions to our team. His name's Jono, and you'll be seeing him around our Brunswick and also our Hyatt clinics coming up soon, so look out for him. But I'm really glad to be joining you back again this week. And as I said, this week we're talking about concussions and also post-concussion syndrome. Now, for a lot of people, they do experience a concussion at some stage in their lives. And thankfully, a lot of them do heal spontaneously. But we do also need to look after ourselves after a concussion to make sure that our brains can heal the way that they're supposed to after a concussion, because every single concussion is actually a brain injury, and we need to be remembering these things. It is a brain injury. So essentially what we need to be doing with a concussion is making sure that we're doing activities that are appropriate for ourselves after a concussion, okay? So making sure that we're not going back to work or sport too early, making sure that if we're doing activities and it's causing us to crash at the end of the day, that basically we're only doing enough activities that it's not causing us to crash at the end, okay? But as I said, thankfully a lot of concussions, they do heal spontaneously, which is fantastic, but up to 20% of concussions, they don't heal spontaneously. And we're left with ongoing signs and symptoms of a concussion, which leaves us with this syndrome called post-concussion syndrome. So we get ongoing signs and symptoms of a concussion. So we get things like headaches, and they're classically tension type headaches. So a feeling of an ache or pressure around the forehead, around the sides of the head, base of the skull, on top of the head. You can also get migraines as well, but it's more classically that tension type headache sort of sensation. You get things like brain fog, slight memory issues, fatigue, balance issues, dizziness, ongoing nausea, and these sorts of things that can happen. And so they don't resolve spontaneously, and they do need people to help you heal these injuries. So when it comes time for something like post-concussion syndrome, what we're looking at is helping from a manual therapy point of view. So actually helping with the dysfunctions that happen in through the neck. We're also looking at doing some vestibular rehab, so helping in regards to the dizziness, the balance, and that unsteadiness feeling that people get, but also helping to increase your exercise tolerance, because when you've had a concussion, usually your exercise tolerance decreases. So we need to increase that tolerance and get you back up to your fighting fit level. So that's what we're looking at doing from a rehab perspective for someone who's suffering with post-concussion syndrome. So how do you actually get a concussion? And who are the people that are most likely going to get a concussion? Well, the people that are most likely going to get a concussion are, well, pretty much anybody can. So you can get it from doing any kind of activity. People fall over and get concussions all the time. You can get them from car accidents, but the people that are most likely susceptible are those doing contact sports. So things like AFL, NFL, boxing, and those sorts of things. But as I said, car accidents, very common. Accidents happen all the time. We've had patients in the clinic who have had bricks accidentally thrown and fallen on the head, or been bucked off a horse. They've had slipped and fallen in the bathroom or on the stairs. These sorts of things can also cause a concussion, as well as whiplash type injuries. So in order to gain a concussion, you can either have a direct contact to your head or to your neck that can cause an injury. So as I said, like a whiplash type injury, where you're in a car, your head comes forwards, it might hit the dash, and then it comes backwards, and your head might hit the chair as well. A sporting injury, as I said, where you take a tackle to the head. But also what can happen is an indirect force to the head and neck. So if you're playing a sport, you can get tackled from the side of your body, and then you can get your head whiplashing to the side. And although it's not directly hit in this area, because there was such an immense force that hit your body, then you can get a concussion that's happening in through this area, even though it wasn't hit. So we can get them happening all throughout all different types of activities. So if you think that you have had a concussion that might be contributing to your headaches and migraines and you've got ongoing symptoms, or even if you're not sure, or you think that you've got someone who might be affected by this, drop a comment, ask a question. If you're not sure at all, as I said, ask any questions, because these can happen at any stage in your life, and you could have ongoing symptoms that you're not sure about. So it's really important to get them treated as early as possible, but even if you've had them ongoing for years, it doesn't mean that they can't be treated. So let us know, ask questions, give us a shout, because we would love to help you. So let us know. If you found this useful, like, share, comment, spread it around. Post-concussion syndrome is one of those things that isn't as widely spoken about or known about as it should be, although it really should be spoken about a lot more. So spread it around so that we can get the knowledge out there so that more people can be helped. I hope you found this useful, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks guys, I'll catch you next time.